What is the future of Pulau Ubin? How do we honor the past, treasure its present, and shape its future? We feel that by working closely with the community, more can be done for Pulau Ubin.
Could you tell us what Ubin means to you as an individual?
I think it reminds me of the old days when I was a child, and it's very unlike Singapore, so I think it's a good getaway place.
So Ubin is perhaps the last place where you can experience a real nature-based community. And by that, I don't mean just human beings. Community that involves the trees, the animals, the fish, the sea, the water. All of these things work as a community on Pulau Ubin.
Ubin is a place where biodiversity has been conserved quite well, and I guess it's a place where nature enthusiasts would always like to visit to get out of the urban Singapore into something more rustic.
Multiple ecosystems, each of which have its own community, so explosion of diversity to fascinate even the most disinterested visitor. No one could escape the charm of Chek Jawa.
So it's different, it's rustic, it's not like East Coast, there are no food courts around.
It means something to each of you. It's a very personal memory, but there's also a collective sense that Ubin is a kind of a cultural, natural heritage ballast.
There are many people that enjoy Ubin from many, many different perspectives.
What now is for you to say? So do we leave it alone, let it crumble, or do we retain some of the history?
Like Ubin is not some pristine forest. A lot of it is quite beaten up.
Thankfully, efforts made to restore it in its original form. But that takes intervention, sensitive, careful planning, respect for traditional ways, respect for the environment, for nature, and restoring the old ways.
People have, since then, be able to use the grid power, which is much cleaner, much easier to use. Just flip a switch instead of needing to refill the tanks, change the filter, change the oil and everything.
How about diving? Do you know that there's cowries, lots of cowries around Ubin? How about just visiting a kampong house, staying there, homestay?
I believe maybe Ubin will be our live universities taken from Ulu.
So do we rebuild to retain the past? Perhaps, maybe the kampong houses? Do we showcase past activities like rubber and quarry industries?
Could Ubin be this, where there's art and there's culture, nature, everything? So I think we need to look beyond what's existing, and because we have to move forward too.
So it must come from you. We decide. Government follow actually. Your input's important.
So SG100, hopefully there's a bunch of people saying how much Ubin was part of their life, how it inspired them to do all these things.
This is for future generations of Singaporeans.